Stay where you are.
Hi everybody, today we have some new Star Wars The Black Series figures.
Recently, we got a couple of these figures. And we have a Stormtrooper. He's actually the Flame Trooper. I think he made an appearance in Mandalorian at some point. And then we got the new Dark Trooper. So that's pretty cool. You've been actually wanting one of those guys for a while. And these figures are great. They are fully posable. Some of the joints are a little bit stiff, but that's okay. They're sturdy if you want to play with them, right, buddy?
Yep.
Yeah, and the Flame Trooper actually came with a flame. When he's in the kneel position, that flame seems to stay on pretty good. Dark Trooper's really cool, too. He's got him in an action pose, like kind of ducking behind some of the other new action figures we got. I like them. Stormtroopers were like my favorite thing when I was a kid. And the Dark Trooper, he's super awesome. Just an ultra menacing character from the Mandalorian series. And you want to open these, right? Because you like to play with them?
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of saved the packages so we could put them back. Boba Fett from the throne room, right?
Yep.
Awesome. There's the heavy infantry Mandalorian. We've been watching the Mandalorian series. He's had a little bit more of a role in the latest season of the Mandalorian. And of course, silly characters made an appearance in the first Star Wars movie ever made. There's a Jawa. Yeah? Alright, let's open them up. Dad will get a little razor knife and we'll open it up nice and neat. And we'll have some fun with it. A lot of collectors just collect them and leave them in the box. Since you're a kid, it's no fun having stuff in the box, right? Even Dad, I like to play with things too. Let's see what we have here. There's Tika. And on the back here, Obi-Wan Kenobi is set years after the dramatic events of Star Wars, Revenge of the Sith, where Kenobi has faced the corruption of his friend and Jedi apprentice Anakin Skywalker, turned Sith Lord Darth Vader. Nice. So the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, we watched that. That's a pretty great series, actually. Yeah. Jawa's got kind of like a cool looking musket gun. That's actually really nicely detailed. It's kind of like a dark charcoal color, and then it has some gunmetal. So that's really neat. Nicely detailed toy. Some call it a collectible figure. But you know what? For us, we're going to play with it, so it's going to be a toy. Here's some of his loot, basically. It's a nice, soft poly material. Ooh, his arms really pivot around a lot. So, and then you could put them on a base. They all have their pegs on their feet. Looks like he's got his finger on the trigger here. It's a neat little weapon. What do you think? Boba Fett next? Yeah. So that's basically the Boba Fett series. Really impressed us. How good that series was. I wasn't quite sure how that was going to be, but the first episode of Boba Fett, we were hooked. I always try to open it as neatly as I can so we can put it back in the box. Yeah, the detail on his face is excellent. There's a removable helmet. There's Boba. Their feet pivot. The feet pivot and their arms pivot and the wrists. Really, look how well that head moves. Wow, that is a great action figure. When I was a kid, we had the 3 and 4 inch action figures. I didn't have a lot of them, but we didn't have a ton of money as kids. But some of my Star Wars figures that I had were some of my favorites. It's excellent. Here's Boba Fett's helmet. Really nicely done. Nicely done. Here's his rifle. Here's his pistol or blaster. It's excellent. Boba Fett looks awesome. What you think? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's really cool. And then on his back there's some pegs that line it up. It's keyed, so you can't get it wrong. It's a tight fit, but it goes on really well. Okay. Here's his blaster. And his helmet. That's excellent. See if we can get his rifle. Oh, look at his pistol actually fits inside the holster. That's neat. That's a beautiful pistol. Has sights on it. Okay. Gun stock on his rifle. Again, really nice quality weaponry. Then our last one, the heavy infantry Mandalorian. So he's a really cool guy. He's awesome. So let's read the back. A brawny warrior encased in the strongest Beskar armor. The mysterious heavy infantry Mandalorian is part of a secretive enclave of his people. A born survivor, he guards a precious armory and helps to keep the flames of Mandalorian heritage flickering in his time of galactic chaos. That's awesome. Recently, I can't remember his name from the show. We're going to have to watch the show again. We've been watching these recent episodes where he's made more appearances. The Mandalorian and Bo-Katan actually helped rescue his son, right? So he's a really cool character. So we're going to open him up. He's a hefty fellow. Look at that. He's got some pretty heavy artillery to go on his back. Yeah. It's excellent.
It almost looks like a droid when you do it like this. Mm-hmm.
There's his pack. I think this hose, this guy goes here. Takes a little bit of work. Nice, and we'll spend some time getting them into some battle poses, right?
Yep.
It's pretty cool. So that's it. That's the beginning of your Star Wars Black Series collection. It's excellent stuff. Stay where you are. Oh. Boba Fett's antenna rises up and down. You like these figures?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're nice. Some of them, the weapons actually go in their hands pretty well. This one. The rifle for Boba Fett, kind of tough to get into his hand properly. You know what? His pistol is unholstered. Same thing. Tika's little musket. Excellent looking stuff. He's hanging on to it. It's nice for display. But in his trigger finger, kind of has a hard time fitting his weapon. So it's pretty cool. They're still great figures, right, buddy? Yeah. It's excellent stuff to add. We got to take care of them. We got to find a... So the Dark Trooper, his gun actually goes in his hand really well. So you just got to seat it in there. He's excellent. Yeah, but it's nice to have him posed. Like that Boba Fett is excellent. I'm kind of a big fan of this guy lately, but that's just because he's made more appearances in the shows. And Stormtroopers are always cool. The Flame Trooper is fantastic. Just all of his detail. It comes with the red flame that fits on his gun, but he has a hard time staying standing with the red flame. Whoop. So, he's got a lot of weight. He's got all that fuel back there for making fire. He's neat. The Jawa has a hard time standing, but it is possible to get him standing. I'll have to look and see if there's actually bases for these guys, because they do have pegs on their feet to stand them up. It's excellent stuff. Bye. Have a great night.